Well, hey guys, guess what we're doing today? You probably guessed it. It's the dreaded BMW X5. This car, oh my God.
This car needs an exorcism, people.
So tell them what we're doing.
Okay, so we had a problem because the initial pin that's supposed to lock pin for the crank doesn't actually fit through the it doesn't allow it to pass through the bell housing to hold the crank. So I modified a little piece of steel to work in there, and needless to say, it broke. No problem. So anyway, I ended up finding a bigger piece to put in there to work. But meanwhile, I had to take it out, so I had to take out the starter. So here you go. What does it take to take this starter out? Let's just get right down to it. You see the starter?
This is the starter.
No big deal. You see where the starter goes. Obviously, you've got to remove the intake, or at least slide it over, which you'll see these number 11 studs sitting out here, which is your intake. The fewer things you can take off, the better you are. This particular car has a new head on it, or a head gasket job. So it's off. But if you, in your case, you just need to remove the starter, there it is. Now, the real major pain in the butt for this is the bolts. Here you go, I got them in my hand.
Okay.
Are actually E14s. But that's external Torx 14s. There's two of them, and then you see the stud coming out of the center. So the problem with this is where they're located, because they're on the transmission side. So they actually slide in from the transmission slide. You see the E14 on the end of that. So what I decided to do was use a wrench because they're real low torque.
And there's your, can you put the light down there?
Yeah.
You can kind of see right there. That's all the clearance that you have to work.
Yeah, there's that much clearance on it whatsoever. But, yeah, so what I ended up using was a, well, I'll just drop that because I won't need it till later. I ended up using a 3/8 to take it off. Just that'll kind of be the quick help to help you do it. And that's it. Came right off. And, of course, you've got that little stud that's sticking out at the top that kind of, you're going to have to wiggle a little bit. You know, with this, okay, you see that black, show them the black.
The black hole down there?
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, you see the little sensor right there on the side, and then you see it sitting over top of a lip. Well, underneath that lip is a hole where our crank pin goes. And I'm going to show you what that hole actually looks like. I'm centering it up right here. And that's what you're trying to line up. You're trying to line that hole up with the crank pin on the bottom.
Underneath of that.
The problem is, in the kit that I got, it just won't allow the crank pin to slide through to lock in place. But that's what you're looking at on the other end. If you're like, where the hell is this? That's what it is. You're just trying to get the little tip of it down. And do I have that pin laying by nearby you?
It's right over on your toolbox.
Alright, hang on a second. Let me grab it real quick.
Okay.
I don't need to walk anymore. Okay. I'm going to show you how this actually works if you see it. So that the tip of it right here goes in, but be careful because in our particular case, right here on the ridge, or right there on the lip, it actually won't slide in and lock in place.
It's like it goes to that wider spot and then it stops. It will not feed through. Not
impressed with the particular kit that I got anyway, so there was a couple epic fails on it. This is one of them.
Which at $350, there should be no fails.
There should be no fails. But anyway, long story short, that's what it is. Take your starter out, grab you a 3/8 because it's impossible. It's very unlikely you'll have a good time getting it out any other way. Everything's possible, but you're not going to have a great time. Other than that, you got the Car Man, baby. Subscribe. Support the military. We'll see you later. I'm getting ready to make a couple more. So, cut the tape.